Multiply or divide, write in lowest terms. So here we have a division problem that we need to simplify. So what we need to do is factor each of these polynomials and then cross-cancel anything that we can. Because we have a division problem here, remember the rule is to multiply by the reciprocal. So we're actually going to do the reciprocal on this fraction part. So I'm going to start with the first trinomial. I need to factor this one out. So z squared minus z minus 6. I can use the x puzzle to factor that because I have a coefficient of 1. So I'm looking for two numbers that add up to -1 and multiply to a -6. So we get a -3 and a +2. -3 plus 2 gives you a -1, and -3 times 2 gives you this -6. So the top part, I'm going to get z minus 3 and then z plus 2. Now, this bottom binomial you can't factor anymore because z and 6 don't have anything in common. So I just need to write z minus 6. And then I'm going to change that to multiplication and then do the reciprocal of these. So let me factor this trinomial here. I have z squared plus 2z minus 15. So I'm looking for two numbers that add up to 2 and multiply to a -15. So because my top number is positive and my bottom number is negative, that means I need one plus and one minus. So the combination that would work here is a +5 and a -3. 5 minus 3 gives me 2, and 5 times a -3 gives me this -15. So remember, we're going to be switching these, so instead of writing the factors on the top, I'm going to put them at the bottom. So I get z plus 5 and then z minus 3. Then we need to factor the z squared minus 6z. So notice that we have a z in common. So if we factor out that z, we get z minus 6. And again, I'm going to write that at the top. So I get z times z minus 6. So now I can cross-cancel anything that they have in common. So I can cancel this z minus 3 with that z minus 3. And then I can cancel this z minus 6 with the z minus 6. And there's nothing else that I can cancel. So what remains would be the answer to my problem. So my answer would be z times z plus 2 all over z plus 5. And that's my answer.